Fanwarongo na no moni vanua Kei na tani levu tu na ua Lo mango voli me uba batuka Tavo lea ke balavu na bula
Got it. Definitely. Who's that young boy there? There he is, with some old thing behind him.
Hello, Aussie.
Nothing changes there. Great. No, Stephen, I know you're literally sat outside Sydney Sydney Opera House. I can see it right behind you. But is the Sydney Opera House the one in your home back home, or are you still on tour somewhere?
No, I'm home. Got home this week.
Lovely, lovely. Well, welcome back home.
Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant.
A lovely trip.
It looked it. It looked it. You really, and you went to what was the activity you went and did? The most recent activity you did up there.
It was with the kids. We went to SeaWorld and Movie World and all the worlds for the kids. You know, the Movie World, that type of thing. On the Gold Coast.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh well, I'm so glad. Yeah, it was nice. It's nice to see what's going on all over the place. So, and no lawns being mown.
Yeah, they started mowing this week. We're back into it this week.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
We
will allow you one advert. All right.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you.
And Macca, you're allowed to do one advert as well. Good to see you.
What's up? Hi guys, how are you all?
Hey,
Welcome back, Stevie.
Hey, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good as.
That's good. There'll be plenty of mowing with all the rain.
There sure is. It's on bloody steroids.
Don't talk about bloody rain.
Oh crikey!
You got a bit over there. They told me.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be raining again today. I don't think it is at the moment, but it's supposed to rain nearly all day.
Morning, Noah.
Early.
Morning. Evening,
Early. You got a lot of rain in London. They said.
It was a lot of rain yesterday, but our friends in the village, they've had their front redone. So they had two lads round, two friends of theirs, with a mini digger to dig out a few shrubs, and then they've got it all leveled out, and it's going to get gravelled and more car park space, car space, but whatever. So they said, do you want the shrubs? And Pat loves her garden and that as well. So we said, yeah, all right. So I went round in our little car, but it's the same car I use to take the stuff down the tip, so it's got a bit of space in the back. Anyway, the shrubs, bloody hell. One was like a flipping, I don't know, what was the ones in San Francisco? I mean, it was flipping huge, the redwoods. It wasn't, but it was massive. So I've managed to get two of them in, drive back home, because it's only about 5-minute drive. Went back to look at this other one. There was no chance of getting this in, even just with the route, because the route was too wide for the width of the flipping back of the car. So the two lads said, oh, do you need a van? I said, yeah, I do need a van. They said, do you want to borrow ours? They were on another job just down the road. It was a bit like yours, Steve, but the size of that. But it was a 2/3 door and a 1/3 door.
Yep.
Anyway, we opened it up and we managed to get this thing in. I mean, this is between 3 men in the back of this thing, pushed it. And of course, the doors couldn't close, but they were sort of half closed. Got home, and it's only then, of course, I drove home. Of course, who's going to have to offload it? Me and Pat, just flipping heck.
You and the apprentice.
We managed it. We managed it. The next thing is now having to dig a hole big enough to put the flaming thing in. But anyway, right. Sorry about that. Carry on.
Sounds like the botanical garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Marco, there's a guest. Is that somebody that you've met before, Colonel? Behind you, behind Macca. It looks like, it does look like, what's his name from the movies? Is that right, Macca?
That's not Donald
What's that?
Sutherland.
Is that Donald Sutherland behind?
Nah.
No. Have another guess.
His son?
No.
He's dead.
He's dead. Hmm.
He's dead.
He used to be the Prime Minister of Australia,
Oh,
Oh, Bobby.
Bob Hawke.
Oh,
oh,
Bobby
Bob
Hawke.
Hawke. And talking about Bobs, we've got a Bob Hawke, and we've got
Blackpool
a Bob Blackpool.
Good morning.
Blackpool. How are you, Uncle Bob?
Good morning, all.
Morning, Bob.
Morning.
Hey, mate.
You know, I've lost it
Right,
now.
no, that's
Go.
I'll tell you a story about those pictures behind me.
yes.
A friend of mine is very wealthy, and his brother bought Bob Hawke's house in Castle Cove, right on the water, and he gutted it, and he paid 6 million for it, and he spent 3 million doing it up. And those photographs behind me, they are, you can just see a guy to the left, right? That's
Yes,
the size
yes.
of them,
Yeah,
right? So they're huge, and they are in his billiard room and his bar. And he bought that when he bought those when he purchased the house off Bob's wife after Bob died.
Wow.
Mm.
Is that
Oh,
Blackpool Bob in twice?
Yeah, you
Yes,
seen
It
twice.
is. I've been messing about. It's,
Okay. All right.
I lost it for a minute. Yeah.
All right. I
No, we've
got
got
you.
another Blackpool Bob, but it's all right. No, it's not. It's a Steve Walker. Got 2 Steves on today and 2 Bobs and 2 Daves. And we've got an Alistair and a Colonel and a Macca.
Yeah.
So looking good.
Morning.
Colonel's in the cottage.
Nearly a full house. Mm.
Who's in the cottage?
Live
I'm
report from the
Where's,
cottage.
where's Doris then? I thought Doris was coming in.
I'm in
Oh,
the
she'll be
cottage,
in there.
Steve. Yeah.
She'll be having a bit of jarry.
Oh, lovely. Here's Brad. Brad up the Villa Maxwell. Brilliant.
Looks like it.
Oh, Uncle Bobby, you're coming out in March.
I am, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've already
Wow.
cancelled all appointments.
What a nice surprise, eh?
Hey, Fred.
Hello, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
How are we?
We're
Good,
good.
mate.
You're looking good. Looking good, Brad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Bradley.
How's everybody?
We're good.
Good as.
Good.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Blackpool Bob's brought the family member in.
There she is.
Yeah.
She wanted to
Daisy.
see you. She wanted to say hello.
Okay, I'll get rid of the other Blackpool Bob. I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
Actually, just put Daisy on the other Blackpool Bob section. That'd be good. So, Stephen, are you still in your pajamas? As in Walker?
No.
Well, it looks
I
like you're
am.
wearing your Manchester United pajamas.
Huh? I'm in a dressing gown.
Today, David, don't lot of rivalry on here today.
Uh-oh.
That's for sure. There's going to be some very happy people and some very sad people.
What are you expecting?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I'm expecting miracles.
Miracle.
Is Brad in Kiwi? You're Kiwi,
Yes.
Brad? Right, but I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
fix it.
Mm.
Okay.
What time?
Brad, I forgot, whereabouts in Auckland, New
Yeah.
Zealand are you?
Yeah, in Auckland.
It is
Okay.
Auckland.
In Papakura, South Auckland. Locally known as the Hood.
Wow. I don't know if anybody saw that link. I'm not sure which group it was on now. I think it was on ours, of the Sea Princess. Did you see it?
Is that the one I sent, Dave? That video?
Hello, Bobo. Yes, it was. It was you, Fruity. Did anyone
Yeah,
see it?
I
Yeah,
found it.
I
I
did.
can't remember
Yeah.
where I found it. It was a promotional thing when
Yeah,
it first came out.
bloody hell. I remember that, Cat. Yeah. No, it's very good. Was anybody on board there when it was being filmed?
It's
Well-
supposed to- I didn't realise it was cooked.
Possibly, Dave, unless we were on leave, but because
Yeah.
there was a few faces on there. Jamie was on there,
Yes.
and what was the name of the guy who was in the Tiffany's? Harry, the barman.
Well, that's who I was going to ask.
Yeah, I'm sure his name was Harry.
Right.
He was in there with Dusty, and then there was Miss Hardacre. She was on there, pouring bubbly up at the Lido.
Mm.
And I got a feeling Greg was on there in Tiffany's.
Right. Right.
Greg Walker.
Lady Ascot.
Yeah, Greg Walker.
And then there was the magician, wasn't there? But I only remembered his assistant, with the sparkly bikini. I don't know why. Yeah, it was very good. Good. Bobo, where are you?
I'm at the Starbucks at the Excel in London. Yeah, just near the flat, but it's pouring down with rain. So was going to do a bit of an outside broadcast, but it's pouring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So,
how is everybody?
have all the swimmers come in for a coffee with you?
Today they've decided not to bother to turn up, so, which is okay.
Because it's raining day, they get wet.
Yeah, that's right. He's a bit slow this morning. Yeah.
Oh,
I was tramping around near the Three Greyhounds last night.
no.
Yeah.
No.
That sounds a bit ominous.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Very
Did they
quiet.
pick anything up?
Business was quiet. Business was quiet.
Well, until you come over, Macca, it looks like the three greyhounds will be quiet until your arrival.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll be over on, I gave you the dates, I think.
June, wasn't it?
Yeah, June, as I think 19, 20, 21, 22, something like that.
They keep changing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever dates I gave you. Yeah, we've got 4 nights in London. Then we fly out to
4 nights in London.
Italy.
Flipping neck. So, yeah, it should be good. And Alistair, is it a weather? I say weather-wise, but raining. Is it rubbish up with you as well?
Yeah, it's pissing down.
Oh, so it's not as bad as you're used to then.
No. But there's a cold wind as well, which makes it feel about 4 degrees.
Right. Okay.
And we had our first frost on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did as well.
Oh no, we haven't had ours yet.
No, it was about 8 degrees on Wednesday, I think. Yeah.
And Stephen in Sydney, happy anniversary from the other day for 48 years.
Yeah, 48,
48 years. Yesterday.
Is that long you've been married?
Yeah.
to some old ship.
Yeah.
48.
Flipping heck. Yeah, 48 years ago. God.
48 years ago yesterday.
Yeah.
When you jumped.
You've got us beat
No,
by 4
that's
years.
when I joined.
Oh, you joined. All right.
That's when I joined. Yeah, that's when I come out of sea school and flew to meet the Aronsei in Hong Kong.
Did some good trips, Steve. That when I was looking at the thing where you
Yeah,
went,
the itinerary.
especially coming back to Sydney.
Yeah, it's pretty good first step, wasn't it? First trip, huh?
Yeah, not bad. You divvied that up well. You must have looked at the two. Yeah.
How many of you from sea school, when you were there, left and went with you over to Hong Kong?
There were 3 of us in our class.
Right.
Yeah, 3 of us.
And did you just get told on your last day of sea school that this is where you're going, or?
No, I left sea school and went straight up to Beaufort House, and then they said, yeah, go home and they'll be in touch. And I got a letter within a couple of days to say Hong Kong on November the 5th.
Wow.
Flight to Hong
What a
Kong.
great trip. First tripper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too. Yeah. I
Hong
didn't
Kong
know I
was
was on the arse of
exciting,
the elbow.
wasn't it?
Yeah. 16 berth cabin.
When was
What
it?
more could you want?
60 birth.
When was
I
that?
can't
Steve?
imagine it.
73?
Can't
Was
imagine.
16 berth cabin, beautiful.
And
When
they
was
were pretty
that,
rough, those
Steve?
cabins.
70 what? 73?
74.
74. Yeah.
74.
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
We had to leave.
I joined in. I joined
We had
in
to leave
74, but
We
in
had to
February.
leave Hong Kong sort of a day early. I think we were due to leave on the 6th. And when I flew in early on the 5th, there was a major weather event heading to Hong Kong harbour, and they didn't think the ship would get out. So they recalled all the passengers from the tours, brought all the tours back early, and the ship had to leave early because of this typhoon that was heading towards Hong Kong harbour. And to make sure that we could get out and that we weren't smashed in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
You're very quiet, Colonel. Is everything all right?
Well, yeah, because Mrs. Kling is sleeping. But I was going to ask you a question. That Prime Minister, he was the one that during the America's Cup, he says, if any of you, he said you can all take the day off tomorrow. And if the boss doesn't do it, he's a bastard. Is that what he said?
Right.
Yeah,
He did.
That's what he said.
yeah,
And everybody took the day off.
yeah.
Yeah. They would have done anyway without him saying that anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're Aussies.
Yeah. They didn't need his say so.
Yeah.
He just got his brownie points up in the Parliament.
Yeah.
Blackpool Bob, you said you're going back down in March, and is that were you going down for a month or something with your nephew?
5 weeks.
Wow,
Yes, very
5
nice
weeks.
surprise. I didn't know anything about it. My two boys and my nephew Gary in Sydney have bought me the ticket. So I said,
They want to get rid of you, eh, Uncle Bob?
"Hey,
Want to get rid of you,
yeah,
Uncle Bob?
no doubt, yeah." Go and see Macca and fucking upset him.
Oh, good.
That's great.
We're doing a short cruise in when you're out, Bob. We're doing a short cruise, but we'll only be away 3 nights, I think.
Oh, I'll see if I can manage without you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think we all might be doing short cruises tomorrow. Did you see the promotion, Macca, on the TV? Starting tomorrow on one of the morning shows. Richard Branson's out here, and he's given away $1 million worth of cruises, 100 cruises on his new ship out of Sydney. 100 cruises, giving away 20 a day, live on the show. Yeah,
we'll have to get onto that.
Definitely. I just got a email from my mate, who is in Carnival, Colonel Sam, and he said, I'm going out in February to inspect 2 vessels. Get your ass on the Sydney cruise.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
He said, you'll be treated like a king and queen. Just book a ticket. So we did.
Of course you will. Yeah.
Right.
Who's the king you're taking then?
Very good.
I thought you might fly out, yeah.
Very
I thought
good,
you might be the queen,
Yeah.
Regal old tart like you might fly out, darling.
Oh, bloody hell, that'll be great. And are you hoping to win a ticket then, Stephen?
Yeah, I am. And then I'll sell it.
The Mecca.
Yeah, just watch eBay.
Yeah. Watch Facebook Marketplace from tomorrow onwards.
All right, I'll be on to it, mate.
Yeah.
I'll have an alert.
The ships that sail in and out, obviously, to Sydney, is it 50-50 whether they come into underneath the bridge, to tie up under the bridge, or do they all go round to, is it Darling Harbour? Or
no, some can't fit.
Most of them go to White Bay now, Macca, aren't they?
Some of them can't fit under the bridge, Stevie. So it depends. some of the new P&O ones that are, well, they're not new, they're old to you, but they're new to us. They go down to White Bay, but some of the bigger ships, certainly Carnival can't get under the bridge. Canberra couldn't get under the bridge.
No, Oriana couldn't. Obviously,
Oriana could.
only one at Circular Quay, so it's pretty slow.
Right, Al?
Yeah, Oriana
Oriana
could get under.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canberra tried.
They had to take the mast down. Just the top.
Canberra
part.
tried.
Yeah, Canberra did.
Yeah. Who was driving? Mike Carr?
Oh.
Actually, there's a video clip that we've used before of Oriana's last sailing from Sydney as with passengers on.
Yeah.
As it goes under the bridge and it sounds the big siren. Yeah.
Actually, Foodie, can you send me that clip again? Because I've lost it.
Yeah, what I did, I cut it down because it was quite a long bit of video.
Yeah.
So I cut it down to just before it got to the bridge.
Yeah, if you could send that to me again, I appreciate
Quite
it.
a nostalgic sort of thing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on that one.
Anyone driving over the bridge must have shit himself.
Yeah, I was on that cruise.
Wow.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was deputy purser catering,
Right.
and Dickie Rutter was the purser. I can't remember who bar manager was. Was it Pat?
Paddy Reid.
Yeah, it might be Pat.
And Alistair, where was the itinerary on that very last cruise? Where did she end up?
Oh, she just just round the islands, Fiji, didn't go to Nuku'alofa. I can't really remember. It was that long ago.
Yeah. But did you come back into Sydney?
Yeah, we came back into Sydney.
What was that?
And we ended up round at Pyrmont. And that's where we sat for about 6 weeks. And then eventually she was purchased by the Japanese.
Yeah, because they were initially talking about having her permanently moored in Darling Harbour, weren't they?
Yeah.
The floating hotel. Yeah.
But when all the passengers were off, Bill Brooker was the storekeeper, and we ran the Plough Tavern, and we'd gone round. There was not many crew were still on board, but we checked all the Pazzi cabins and crew cabins, and all the booze went up to the Plough Tavern, and I think we were charging 10 cents a beer and 10 cents a nip. And Friday night we used to have barbecues, and the water police would come down in customs.
Yeah.
And they couldn't believe, a round of drinks would cost $1. And they couldn't believe it.
Good old days.
Yeah.
Hello, Martin.
Hello, Martin.
Good to see you.
G'day.
That would have been.
Has everyone else got a load of interference?
Yeah.
No.
Alistair, that would have been Harry in the customs, wouldn't it? Remember Harry?
Yeah, Harry Silburn.
Harry Silver.
Yes.
I remember Harry. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was also, what was his name? Brian Smith.
Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
But all the water police, Steve Wallace, Brian Friend, they all used to come down every night for a beer with us when they knocked off from the water police. They used to come on board.
Great memories, huh?
Yeah. So if I wanted to land anything to Mandarin Uncle, it wasn't a problem.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I remember Harry. He came in the crew bar. This is the original crew bar, not this one.
I'm friends with him and his wife on Facebook.
Yeah, he lived at Coleroy. Yeah, he was good friends with Katowski.
They used to live just up behind Bernie Dean. Bernie from Pontus.
Yeah. Anyway, he came in the bar. The crew bar. He said, "Anybody paying off today?" He says, "Fill your suitcases up." He says, "Walk off with me."
John, we've got a problem on here with this noise.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll mute. I'll
Shut
mute
the bloody
myself.
dog up for a
Oh.
start.
Yeah, choke the frigging thing.
Oh my. But where Steve Walker's he's gone on walkabout. He's
Where
back
am I?
again.
I've just got three of them.
Yeah, I remember Harry Silburn, Doris, in Sydney. In Sydney, we had to put.
He was a lovely
I was
bloke.
getting-
Lovely bloke he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was getting off, and he was on board like he always was on the Razzle, and he said to me, "You're getting off." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Is your car here?" I said, "It is." He said, "Give me the keys." So he went down, and I told him where the car was. He went down, and he came back up. He put some stuff in the boot for me and him, and he came back out. He said, "Fucking hell!" He said, "I'm chief of customs, and here you are working on board. You're driving a fucking Jag."
They've actually started doing cruises just like recently. Him and Val.
Oh,
really?
yeah. God, he'd be a fair age now, Dave.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah,
be in his
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
Because they lived at Colleroy Plateau.
You're right,
Which
Mark.
is
That's
a
why I
very,
had to drive.
very nice
That's why I had
area.
to
of
drive the
Sydney,
goodies.
Yeah. I went round their place once when I was staying at Bernie's.
Yeah, it was near Bernie Dean's.
Yeah, but Bernie lived
Has that
lived
noise-
just one street below them.
Has that noise gone, Foodie?
No.
Yeah.
It's still going on.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
'cause-
like
'cause
it's like interference.
It's like a squeak.
Yeah, and all I
Okay.
tell you, all the profile pictures keep moving around a lot. I don't know if that's a common.
I don't know whether you want to mute everyone and then one by one bring them back on and see if that clears it.
I'm going to have to go anyway, lads. I'm sorry. I've got to get showered and walk
Yeah.
the dog.
Daisy needs to take you out for a walk.
She does indeed.
Okay,
I'll see
Bob,
you-
good to see you. And good to know you're coming back over. Lovely.
I'll see you later, mate. Yeah.
See you later.
I'll see
Yeah, yeah, Bob.
Cheers.
Bob.
see you this evening, boys.
Yeah, see you, Bob. Bye.
Okay, Bob. See ya.
Oh dear.
All
Am I being picked on today? 1, 2. How many Villa fans are there?
Just-
There's definitely
Just the two of us.
Just the two of you.
One, two Villa, and then
Only
there's
the-
obviously
only
a
the two that
Nottingham
matter.
Forest.
And a Leeds United.
Oh, blimey! Look,
Oh,
my
hang
mate
on,
from
Leeds have
Bournemouth,
won.
they-
Now you
Get
can
out
go
of jail,
free, Charlie,
United.
one.
Heart of Midlothian.
Yeah.
Coventry City.
and we've got Overton Town there as well from Fruity. Yeah,
And we got Bristol City.
we have got Bristol City.
Bristol
Yeah.
City. Bristol City. Lovely.
Oh God, it was a good. Well, I know, Fruity. We're not. I know you love talking about the football, but we're not going to carry on about it for too long. But
No,
yesterday
ask
was
Steve
was very
something, you mind?
entertaining score lines. And north of the border, I thought flipping Dundee were going to get a bloody point up at
Yeah.
Celtic. Flipping heck, you know, and then a typical thing, Celtic get 2 goals in about, I don't know,
Yeah, it was
under a minute,
about
under a
5
minute.
minutes, I think.
in the last 30 minutes. But anyway, by the
No
by.
one's mentioned the cricket.
Are you a Celtic or a Rangers fan, Alistair?
No Hearts.
Hearts of Midlothian.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
He likes the colour that Aston Villa play in, so he sort
Yeah.
of gets as close as he can.
Well, when I
Men in
was
maroon.
a young fella, I used to love watching Celtic. I used to love watching that Jimmy Johnston.
Oh, aye, yeah,
Yeah,
That was
he
a
was
few
some
years
player.
ago.
He was. Yeah, he was some player though.
yeah.
What about Lou Macari?
Lou Macari, yeah.
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 He went to
And
Man
what
U,
about
didn't he?
is it Jakanowski?
Yeah,
Do you remember
Yeah.
him?
Jakinowski.
Jakanowski. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was a Polish centre
Polish.
forward.
I only know him because he came to Bristol City and he was really, really good. Very,
Was he a
very
bit of a
good. He didn't
Jackie
stay
Love?
long. He used
Yeah,
to,
did
he
he
used
open?
to do his
Did he open
training
a
in the
brothel
crew
when
in
he
the bar.
retired, Dave? Dave,
What's that, Martin?
I say, did he open a brothel when he retired?
Well, funnily enough,
Jack.
Jacking
But
off.
it wasn't any old brothel, you know. It was
He did, Doris. He had a girl there working for him called Dorothy. She said business is so good. If she had another set of legs, she'd open up in Melbourne.
Hang on. He also did. He opened one up in Acapulco as well. Do you remember that one?
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was his favourite one. He loved that one.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
La Huerta.
I'm going to hand it over to you, Dave, because I've got to go back to bed.
but
Yeah,
Well,
well,
good to see you, Colonel. Thanks for coming in.
John, we've got
Yes,
a real
okay.
problem with this sound.
Yeah, I can't hear it my end.
I'm not
hear
getting
it
it,
here
Dave.
either. We're not getting it. It's got to be in England somewhere.
No, I'm not hearing it.
Yeah. Yes.
Colonel, last week's UK crew bar, I watched that. That was really hard work because of the
It was hard work, yeah.
sound and the
The thing was, whoever was doing it, they wouldn't fess up, and so
I know.
I gave up in the end. If
Yeah.
Dave had been on, then he would have got nasty, and he would have taken care of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'd have liked that.
Yeah.
Oh, boys,
Sackry's too nice.
before I forget, while you're all here, Pete, BBC Pete sends his apologies for not being in this morning. He obviously loves coming in to see you boys down under, but it's the Chelsea game and it's a midday kickoff, so he's going
11
there
o'clock.
early.
11, yeah.
All right,
It's
I'll see you guys
Chelsea
later.
Arsenal, so he's
John.
apologised.
All right. Okay, Colonel. Here's Brad.
Johnny's
mate.
down.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah,
He was here.
yeah, I'm still here. At the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pigeon man.
Sorry.
How's things, Brad? Any progress?
Saw the video on the pigeon.
Yeah. Had the doors open because it was so nice here the last 2 days, and this big bloody dove flew into the house, and I got a bunch of them in the garden, so I caught it and let it go again. Did my good deed for the
Yeah.
pigeon whisperer.
Do you get a lot of bird life and wildlife around where you are, Brad?
Yeah. Me and the granddaughter feed them in the garden, so we get quite a few finches, tuies, doves, pigeons, all sorts of stuff. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No
Does that
scrub
beat Ray
turkeys or
Sackry's black
anything
bear?
like that.
Dave, does that beat Ray Sackry's black bear?
Oh, for goodness sake.
yeah.
Blimey,
Wasn't that
right then.
fantastic?
It was fantastic.
Did you boys see that?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
unbelievable. I had to look twice to see if I believe.
I couldn't believe
I like-
that he
I
went
like-
out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how Zachary was up on the veranda, sort of very quiet and puffing and saying there's a black bear, and then when it got over the other side of the fence, he's giving it, go on, get out of here.
Wait until he was outside. Yes.
Once he was out the fence, yeah. Just in case he was inside.
Oh
It's
my-
like it was like chasing a punter who not paid the bill.
Yeah.
It was probably a photographer off the Oriana. They used to dress up like that, didn't they?
Yeah.
When I was on Island Princess, I got chased. I did a bushwalk up. I forget whether it was Ketchikan or Sitka, and a black bear chased me and another fella. I've never run so fast in my life. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that, isn't it? When something is deadly behind you, you
Yeah.
seem to
Oh, you said
find a new lease on life, don't you?
Yeah, I still remember it, and he was quite big
Yeah.
too. So
They tell you not to run. They tell you to stay still.
Stand your ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
and you
Yeah.
grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Right.
ass.
So Brad, what's the update on you, mate? How are you going?
I'm still above ground, which is great. I was actually put on the official organ transfer list last week.
Oh, good. Okay. Fantastic.
So any moment, I could get a phone
Could get
call.
a phone call, yeah.
Yeah, and then off to the hospital for a 12-hour double organ transplant.
Mm-hmm.
3 days in ICU, in a induced coma. 10 days 10 days in the ward, and then released home as long as everything's going well, and then daily trips back to the hospital for blood tests and everything else for the next 60 days while I recover for probably up to 4 months before going back to work.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Well,
yeah,
that's looking positive, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the
Yeah.
list now. You're on standby, which is fabulous news, really.
Mhm.
yeah. It just means I
Yeah.
can't go very far. So
Well, mate, you don't need to go far, do you? You get ready, get well soon, and get back. You know?
Yeah.
I'm still doing some work from home. On my good days.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm glad you came on, mate. It's always good to see you.
yeah.
Brad, where
I've had-
does the register put you? Could you go anywhere in New Zealand, or is it got to be Auckland?
Because it's liver and kidney,
Yes.
all liver transplants are done in Auckland,
Okay.
and as far as the wait list itself goes, because it has to be specific to blood type groups and
Yes.
types. There's only one other person with my blood group on the waiting list.
Okay.
Wow.
So it could be just.
But the donor could come from anywhere, Brad.
Yeah, even Australia.
Okay.
But I have asked not for an Aussie one because I don't want to diminish the IQ of New Zealand by taking an Aussie one.
Sure.
Fair enough. Yeah. Stick with British. Stick with British.
Well, remember
that. Yeah. But on
God, you might get a
rare-
guy from Birmingham. What are you going to do then?
Well, as long as it's not a Manchester United fan, I don't give a fuck.
listen, mate.
Stevie.
We're very giving. We're very giving.
Keep well, Stevie.
Well, give us 3 points next month.
Next week.
I think we play them after the break, after the World Cup break.
After the World Cup.
Yeah.
What a stupid time to have the World Cup.
It really is. It's stupid. It just throws all the roster out of the window. It's just
nothing till after Christmas now for me.
What, Steve?
No games till after Christmas.
27th. I think we play you. Yeah,
we play Aston Villa in the Caribou Cup, but I'm not going to that one.
I thought you'd fly out to Qatar, Steve. You're not going out to watch England?
No, they don't let gays in apparently.
Well, that counts you out, Macca, as well.
So you can't go either, Macca.
Yeah.
That's the reason I can't get a ticket, eh?
Nancy Cottage for you, dear.
Watching the World Cup in November, December. Nah. It's going to be a crazy one, isn't it?
Yeah.
World Cup football, November, December.
You're coming on, Deb? Yeah. Come on.
Plus, you've got all these. There's loads of players injured now.
Don't do that. I'll do it, Deb. Just leave it.
Who can't go to the World Cup because they're injured.
Yeah.
I was in touch with Gizzy, and I have just reminded. I did say that we were on today, so I mean I've just given him another mention. Just hopefully he might come in because they had a good result as far as Leicester.
He'll be a happy chappy.
Up at Everton yesterday. So hopefully he might. I'll see if he replies back. But Fruity, how's the sound? Is it improved since you've gone off and back on?
Yeah, it's gone.
Great.
I'm muted. I actually muted myself.
Yeah.
And it didn't make any difference. So in the end, because it was terrible, you just couldn't really hear anything. So that's why I came out and then went back in again, and it's as clear as a bell.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but in the meantime, the Colonel's left.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a common denominator.
Oh, Stephen, don't start all that. Oh, blimey.
I'm only pointing out facts, David.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think Stephen's higher up than the Colonel, isn't he? In the pecking order.
Well, he is the crew bar director. Yes,
he's the creator. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
It'll come out in the wash up. This one. It might bite you on the ass.
I know, and it's always us that get it, you know. Bloody hell.
Dave, it looks like Pete tried to start a video call on Messenger.
Did
Yeah.
he?
At 9:30, yeah.
Oh, Bob, that's a shame.
Gizzy's coming in.
Is it?
Oh, good.
He is coming in. Great. Admit him. There you go. Let's see him. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's
There he is.
There he is. Just waiting on the audio. Let's have a look. He's just checking out. We're all patiently waiting for that finger to press the right button. Yeah. Is he? Or if he hasn't pressed it, he won't be able to hear us, or we can't hear him. Oh, Gizzy, can you hear us? Gizzy? The funny thing is, he comes in regularly on the UK one, and I'm sure it's the same button he has to press.
No, he's not.
Even for down under. Come on.
Looks like he's on his phone, is he?
Yeah, press the button.
Yeah.
Gizzy, can you hear us?
Hang on.
He's not deaf and dumb, Stevie.
This is connecting to audio. That's good.
There we go.
Come on.
They'll get in there, don't worry.
Gizzy.
No, it says Ross.
Gizzy, come on. Yeah, that's promising. No.
No.
Hi, darling.
That's a shame.
So Mecca, what's the significance of Bob Hawke behind you?
Well, if you'd come in on time, you would have learned, but obviously you didn't, Doris.
Okay.
A friend of mine
Well,
bought Bob's old house.
you can update me. You can be respectful and update me. You don't have to keep nasty about
For
it.
all of you that slept in today.
A friend of mine bought Bob's house in Castle Crag on the Water, and he bought these portraits of him. And if you can see to the left there, that's the size of a guy. So you can see the actual dimension of the picture is very it's bigger than a human. And when he bought the house, he bought those off his ex-wife, and they are now in the bar downstairs. Blanche. Yeah, Blanche.
I hope he didn't pay much for them.
He bought them off Blanche, and he's kept them, and they're in his bar in his billiard room downstairs. So,
And this friend of yours that bought the house, what bar was he working on the Arcadia?
Ask Gallister.
I hope he didn't pay much for them. Old Bob looks jaundiced to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
he looks
lovely
worse
man,
now, though, Steve.
Hey,
Good
He
morning,
looks worse
everyone. Can you
now.
hear me?
Gizzy's on. Good morning,
Good
Gizzy.
morning, everyone. Can you hear me? I've just had a few
Yes,
problems.
we can.
I'm on my mobile.
Well
Oh,
done.
good morning,
Yeah.
Gizzy. How are you?
We've got you.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Everyone okay?
All
This is
good.
new
Yeah,
for me.
fine.
This is new for me. I'm not normally available on Sunday morning, but I got about half an hour to myself, and I just saw a message from Dave. Morning to you all, and is it evening in Oz and Kiwi?
Yeah.
Good,
8 o'clock,
Gizzy,
9
yeah.
o'clock at night, yeah.
Did you get
Yeah.
home okay last night, Giz?
Sorry?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yes, mate. It was probably one of the best runs we've ever had back, Steve. It was pretty clear, to be fair.
Okay, it got really, really foggy later on, about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, there was lots of patchy fog on the M6. It didn't actually sort of hit the surface, but it was there, and then it would clear, then every time we went over a damp area, it was foggy again. But yeah, we got back okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually went to the pub when I got back just to,
celebrate.
As you would.
So, Gizzy, on your phone, you can't see everybody that's in the bar, can you? On your phone?
No, I'm having to keep swiping left and right, Dave.
All right, so you
'Cause
can see.
I'm on my mobile, you see.
Yeah,
I'm normally on my laptop, but I
Yeah.
just saw your message. I thought I didn't realise I could get Zoom on this, so I just thought I'll try. And then
Okay.
I could see everyone, but I couldn't hear anyone, and I couldn't
Brilliant.
speak. And then I don't know what I've done, but all of a sudden I
Well done. Well done. Yeah, you're in. Colonel will be impressed. Colonel was in the hotel because they've got this memorial service for his father-in-law. So all the family are at this hotel, and he was actually doing the recording from the toilet. So you know, this is you're one up from there.
I hoped he wiped his hands, Dave.
Well, Steve down in Sydney always washes his hands in the crew bar.
Absolutely.
UK.
Always.
Always.
Good man.
I'm impressed with that. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the years of training with P&O, you see.
Exactly.
Mate, it's amazing how many cases of salmonella, though, they're getting these days, isn't it?
Hey, now, Gizzy, with you being on, which is great to see you. Obviously, you've got Macca and Brad from Auckland and Martin and
Steve Macker, Steve.
Morning,
Alistair. Morning, Jimmy.
Look, did you all sail with Gizzy? Did everyone sail with Gizzy or not?
I
don't
remember.
think I did.
I can't remember.
Mhm.
No,
Because down under
I've seen him in lots of photos and with people that are past and present. You know, I've seen him, you know, with mates of ours, but I don't think I ever sailed with him.
You did on Sea Princess, I think.
Did I?
Were you on CP, Gizzy?
Yes, I was. I finished my career on CP in '86 in Malta
years.
when we all got laid off.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah,
was
so
I
that's when
left in long time before that. I left in 82. Yeah.
Right.
Right, I did 2 spells. I had a very, very brief one in, I think, 82, and then I went back out and did a couple of east on the west coast, and then went back, and I was there from about end of 83, 84 onwards until it finished.
Yeah,
I lovely
were
mortar,
you
Jimmy.
on the west coast? Were you on the west coast, Gizzy?
Yes, I was. I was 6 years out there. Yeah.
Because we had a barman come on the CP. I don't know if you knew him. He was from the West Coast. A very outrageous fellow by the name of Aggie Brewer.
Oh, Aggie.
It's Aggie.
Does that name ring a bell to a lot of people?
Yeah.
I knew Aggie very well, but not on the Sea Princess. I knew Aggie from the Sun. I think
Sun. Yeah.
I sailed with him on Oriana. I can't remember him on Sea Princess.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was ruthless. Absolutely ruthless.
Oh,
You know, I don't remember him on Sea Princess at all.
Yeah.
Unless it was after I left.
Yeah.
I left.
think he
I
took
was
over-
on there for
I
about.
think he took over in the carousel from Bacon for a couple of months, but he didn't stay long. There wasn't enough handbag on the CP for him, dear.
no.
Don't know what you're talking about, darling.
But with Aggie,
Who remembers
Aggie
Sid Scott? Anybody remember Sid Scott?
Oh, I Sid
If she
Scott.
went 10-pin bowling,
I remember with the Irish, Sid Scott.
Yeah, go on, Dave.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying about Aggie?
Oh, just saying that with some of the if she earned any tips, she'd spend it. If she went 10-pin bowling once, she'd then go out and buy the best brand new 10-pin bowling ball and all the kit to go with it. Or if she went water skiing, she then in her cabin she had a mono ski. She had the 10-pin bowling outfit. She had a full scuba outfit. You know, everything and anything. She just went out and bought all the drag. Is that right, Gizzy?
Dave, I'll tell you a story. He got taken. He was on leave in Sydney, or he got taken off the Oriana. They had a break-in in the Ocean Bar, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
In Port, and he got taken off. And I was on local leave and going to fly home, and he was flying home on the same flight as me. So I rang up Bruce Meesaw, who was Bernie's mate, to get us some decent seats on the flight home. And he said, yeah, fine. I said, I got my mate. I said, he's got a little bit of extra baggage. Is that all right? He said, yeah, we'll sort it. Well, Jesus Christ. He had everything. And there was a fucking bowling ball. I can always remember it. And we go, because Bruce went up and took us up to check-in before it had opened, sort of thing, you know. And there's all these fucking hat boxes coming out.
Talking of Sea Princess, this is irrelevant. I went to a concert in Manchester last week, and right before I went, I had a text from Minge. Does anybody remember Minge? Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin.
And Kevin Smith was in Leicester, and he wanted to meet up for a drink and a chinwag. He was on his way somewhere, and he said, "Gizzy, love to see you." And unfortunately, it was right in the middle of the week. I'd been to Manchester for a couple of days, and I wasn't back in time. But I would love to have seen Minge actually.
The last time I saw him was in Southampton when we went on the Oriana for lunch.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're quite right. I didn't think I'd seen him since I'd left, but yes, I do.
Yeah,
I've
got a brilliant photograph of him and Bobby Vowles together at the hotel afterwards.
Bingola.
that was a good lunch, that on the Oriana, wasn't it? It was
excellent. Yeah, I've got photos somewhere, but I think they're on my other computer.
Yeah, I've got one. There's you, there's Dave, myself, Bob Vowles.
Yep.
Leggy.
Barry Bennett.
Barry Bennett, yeah. I'm trying to think who else. There was Barry, Bob Vowles, you, myself. I'm sure Leggy's in it.
Les Clements?
No. Les wasn't there.
No.
Weren't we on the staircase?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought so. Yes, I remember.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, you're in the same photo. I'm sure. I'll tell you what. I'm going to see if I can find. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Yeah.
What Munson there too?
Not in that photo. I don't think. I'm not even sure if he was there. Bacon was there.
Bacon was there. Yeah, I think I sat with him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really good gathering. You know, it was the early days of the Oriana. Was it the early days of the Oriana? Because it
was.
Mm.
Well,
yeah,
reasonably.
In fact, I think it was a Canberra reunion, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a Canberra reunion. Yeah, it was organised by. He was a hospital attendant.
Yeah. Can you excuse me a minute? My phone's ringing.
David Cole, I think his name was.
Oh, blimey. It's not the hospital attendant that was on the Canberra for a long time, was he? Did he used to help out when they were busy, if you know what I mean?
Oh, I believe he might have done.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I remember going down there one time. I had some, I had scabies, got scabies from the linen. And I went to see the surgeon or the nurse. She gave me this stuff. And she said, just go and see the hospital attendant. He'll put the cream on you. Well, bloody hell. I mean, honestly said, well, take your top off, dear. And I thought, oh, here we go. Flipping heck. And I mean, it was more like a stand-up massage than a flipping rub on the back. And he said, you come down here and see me tomorrow, dear. I said, you must be flipping joking. My cabin mate was Roy McCrudden. I don't know if anyone knew Roy, Irish lad. Really,
I know the name, Dave. I can't think where
he was a flipping nice lad. He played the guitar, good fun, good fun. Anyway, I said, Roy, do us a favour. Do you mind? And he did. But the thing was, he massaged my back while he played the guitar. It was lovely. It was great.
I bet it was. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys, just to interrupt again. I've just had a phone call. I need to shoot out, actually. So, great meeting you all. It's my first time in Aussie Bar, because it's the first chance I've had on a Sunday morning of getting round to it. But I've just had a phone call, and I need to go and collect my dog.
Yeah.
All right,
mate. Nice talking to you, mate.
Great to meet you all.
I'll try and find that photo for tonight.
Cheers, Gizzy. Thanks for coming in.
Okay, great. Lovely to meet you all, guys. Sorry it's a short stay. Be good.
Oh,
Very
buddy.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's not cheers, Gizzy. Pete Stevens, he said on way to the
Way
home
to the
of
gods.
the god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we
He's
might get
great.
some good coverage, some reports from Pete when he's over there. You know, that'd be great. Did you see the pictures he sent? You know, he was at the flipping American football last week, I think, wasn't it, at Wembley?
Fantastic.
Dear, oh dear. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. That really, really good. You know,
So what time in the morning you got to be up, Steve, for the football?
2 o'clock.
Kicks off at 2 o'clock. Your time.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
I might.
It's 2 o'clock
I
here.
might. 2 o'clock there, is it? Okay, it's 1 o'clock here then. Sorry, 1 o'clock.
Oh, 1 o'clock, Steve. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1 a.m.
And you got
Brad,
Southampton,
you'll be
Newcastle
up for
1
that,
o'clock.
won't you?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
West Ham, Patton. You got Tottenham, Liverpool, 3:30.
I'll
Tottenham,
be down the
Liverpool,
pub,
mate.
Steve.
Yeah.
I'll send you a couple of messages.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Now, Stephen, don't count all your chickens. This is
I'm not
Manchester,
counting any
Stephen.
chickens, mate.
Oh,
Well,
you'll be. Here you go. 3-1, Man United.
3-1. Well, Mac, how do you know all these things?
It's the way I tell them.
It's the way you tell them. Oh,
The
but
way I
I've got
tell
a
them.
He's
feeling
not-
if we could
He's
put
not
the
a
ball in
psychic.
there,
He's psychotic.
but we're
Oh.
having a lot of trouble. We're having a lot of trouble putting the ball in the net at the moment.
hey, no, Mac, I love that picture with Fruity on your boat, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Oh, flipping it.
She actually drove it.
Yeah.
Yes, and the she.
She actually sat herself.
Yeah. He had to sell it after that, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
Because because you didn't need it anymore. Is that right, Macca?
No, I
Got a
think,
big
I think,
hole in it.
I think Fruity ran it aground.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, he didn't.
Fruity.
He took it through. Where did you take it through, Fruity? You took it through from the spit,
went-
didn't you?
We went,
all the way
yeah,
through.
yeah. No, I took it over for a while after we left Spit, while we
Yeah.
were heading down towards the bridge.
Yeah.
Not for very long, and then you took back over, and then
And he drove it very well, actually. Very, very well.
Yeah.
So I was very proud of him.
Where did you have it moored, Macca? Where was it? Where
The
was
spit.
it
I had 3 boats. They were all at the spit.
moored? Is that
Spit and Manly?
where's that?
it's like
Sorry.
having shoes there. You know, you have to have more than one pair.
Yeah, you can only.
You're
Yeah.
such a
More than
bitch
one.
there.
I must. There's a bit of neglect on your side there, Mac. And I noticed Dave wasn't wearing his safety vest or his. His
We had a captain on board there. He looked after all that crap.
Oh,
Well, we couldn't have drove coming back.
No, that's why we had a captain
Yeah,
on board.
How's your workplace going?
No, we drove over. The captain drove back, didn't they, Freddie?
Yeah.
Right.
We went to the fish markets, didn't we? Got a load of
Right. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
food and sat on the boat and had beers and wine and Christ knows what, and all this whatever.
oysters. Yeah.
And then we got
Oysters.
back. Then we went in the bar at the Spit, didn't we? At the yacht club or whatever it was.
I had to
Didn't we?
pay the fuel bill first. That was $2,000.
Yeah. Then where did we go after? Did we go to French's Forest, the pub at French's Forest afterwards? I can't remember now.
We did, didn't? Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I don't
Then we
know
got
how I got back. I don't know how I got back into Sydney.
Yeah.
Can't
Put you in
remember.
an Uber. I think I put you in an Uber at about 11 o'clock at night.
I don't know about that. Bloody Uber never
And-
turned up when we came out of Basil Nuts, did it?
I know that you gave me the
Bastards
shit,
charged
didn't
me
you?
$5 because they couldn't find me.
Because you moved. That's why.
Well, he couldn't find Military Road. Who can't find Military Road in Sydney,
No.
for Christ's sake?
You put Military Road and you moved.
No, I didn't. I was with you in the Deadmeads. I had to get on a bloody bus, I think, in the end.
How degrading.
oh, great!
No.
Anyway, it's a great picture. But no, the other picture, obviously, over to Stephen down under. Where was the photo taken?
It's got to be on Arcadia, but you were talking about Sid Scott. That's Sid Scott.
Yeah.
Second
Sid
from the
Scott,
left.
yeah.
Second from the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Second
What,
from the
next
left.
to you?
I think
Yeah.
he's still alive because he actually lived
Well-
in Sydney.
Well,
Really?
I tried ringing Sid a few months ago, and it just rings out. He can't. He doesn't pick up. I don't know if he's dead or alive. I don't know.
He was a nice guy, Sid Scott. I sailed with him. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was Katie or Oriana. Yeah.
How old
Yeah,
would
that
he
was
be,
back-
Martin? Martin, how old would Sid be now?
Or I saw him. Oh, it'd be about 5 or 6 years ago, and he looked awful, absolutely awful.
Oh,
Really?
And so I'm presuming he's no longer with us. But I did have a number. I've still got a number for him. But like I say, nobody picks up. I don't know if it's discontinued or whatever. But he lived in North Rocks Road, North Rocks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No,
was
it's
he-
not.
where was he from in the UK originally, I presume?
Ireland. Came from
Ireland.
Ireland.
Irish.
Right.
Irish, Sid, yeah.
Southern Ireland, wasn't it?
Well, when
He
he,
did
when
a,
he when
um,
came ashore,
He
God,
did a
that's
relief in the lookout bar on the Arcadia.
yeah.
Okay. And what about the
He
other
worked
boys
with
with
Gutowski
you then?
for a while in the
Steve.
Kentucky Fried Chicken shop. Yeah.
He, I'm trying to think on where he was on Oriana. I've got a feeling he was in the Ocean Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who with Sheepdog?
I can't remember, to be honest, but
Yeah, I think he was, because your station used to be outside the Ocean Bar, didn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. It was the Ocean Bar he was in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I worked with him in the Ocean Bar. Who's the guy on the left next to Sid? I remember him.
His name was Brett. Is
Yeah,
it Brett Holman?
No.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember him now. Yes.
He was a
Brett
nice
Holman?
guy.
Is Brett on the very end, or is he the one with the
Yeah,
dead bat?
No,
The tall one.
next to on the end next to Sid.
Yeah, left hand
Yeah.
side looking at.
And then the
Was
guy
it
in the
always had
middle
that
is
big, Sid always
Was
had
it-
that big floral bow tie, didn't he? Remember? Used to be
Yeah.
a big floral
Yeah.
bow tie he always had. Yeah.
What about the old guy with the moustache? What was his name? I remember him.
Norman.
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 Norman, a real
Norman,
Norman.
a real character. You wouldn't want to share a cabin with him, no?
He was the best server of coffee on the Arcadia.
Was Brett's
He was the
second name?
he-
Was Brett's
he
second
was-
name not Holstock?
Brett,
Yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah. Yeah.
Brett was Holman, was it? Holman?
I thought it was
Holman or Holstock.
Holstock.
Old
Could have
stock.
been,
I
could
think
have
you're
been.
right, Alistair. Yeah. I think I worked with him on the Canberra.
Yeah, he was on Canberra, definitely.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? What's the guy that Steve somebody in the middle? What's his name? In the middle.
That's Stevie Harrison.
That's how, yeah. I took local lead.
Came
in
from
Sydney.
Leeds. He was a great guy. One of my best mates on there. Yeah, and I
remember
don't know
him.
where he went. I lost touch with him once I jumped. I never heard from him again.
Steve, where was he from in
We
England?
took
Where was
local
he?
leave in Sydney.
He was from Leeds.
Yeah, that's right. We
Yeah,
took
great.
local leave in Sydney. Went to the Gold Coast.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
With another guy, Paul. Oh, what was the other guy's name from Nottingham?
Wits.
No.
No, that's
Paul
Lottie.
Tra-
That's Graham.
Not
Graham.
Paul Tracy. Not Paul Tracy.
No, Paul Tracy. That's it. Yeah, Paul Tracy.
I remember him.
Well, I went to Liverpool with Paul Tracy, and we stayed at Jimmy McLaughlin's house.
Yeah.
The Forest Liverpool back in it'd be about 79.
Right. Yeah.
And, had a great night out in Liverpool with Paul Tracy and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy was a lovely fella. I don't know what happened to Paul. Paul was an electrician, and I think he went when he left the sea. He went back to working as a lecky.
So
the
which ship did you take local leave on, Steve?
Yeah, Oriana. We're on Oriana. We took local leave.
So
We stayed
what
in
year would
Sydney
that
for a
be?
while and I went up to Surfers Paradise.
And what year would that have been, mate?
Oh God, that would have been 77.
77. I was still there then.
Yeah, I might have been on there as well at the time.
On the Oriana.
No,
Yeah.
no. I was thinking that Stevie Harrison was on Arcadia then.
No, 77, because I 77. I've got my discharge book here somewhere. I'll tell you exactly.
Right.
Go on, carry on, boys. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go.
Stephen, you'll have to be quick because we are coming up. We've gone beyond the recording, so we're still recording. But I have got to put the traffic lights up in readiness. But Steve, if you can find out that,
I've got it here. I've got it. I signed off in Sydney on the 3rd of March, 78. Oh no, sorry, I signed back on. Sorry, 3rd of March. I signed off on the 3rd of February, 13th of February, 78 in Sydney, and signed back on the 9th of the 3rd, 78 in Sydney.
Okay. So
when you were your local
so
league.
he must have been. Stevie must have been on Arcadia. Before 76, 77, because he was a PRS as well when I was PRS.
Yeah. It was PRS on the Oriana, yeah.
So you never kept in touch with him, Steve?
Nah, lost touch, mate. And Paul
Tracy.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Alistair, goodbye. We start waving, and thanks. Lovely seeing everybody. All right.
See you later.
And enjoy the football.
Good game, mate.
Right?
Good luck, Steve.
Good luck for all your team.
Probably message you halfway through.
Right.
Yeah, we were robbed as well, by the way.
Brian, there's a quick one there for you at the back.
You were wasn't the penalty.
Yeah.
Wasn't the penalty, no.
Bullshit.
Absolutely.
We've got the twice this week, Steve. We played in midweek as well.
Yeah. Later on in the week, in the League Cup.
Caribbean Friday. Stevie, give us a call. We'll catch up when you're back.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. The surgeon's excellent advice. Mr. Warmington sent out the sad news that on January the 1st, aged 94, Paddy Morrissey, former ship surgeon on Himalaya, died. And it reminded me that 3 weeks after I joined Himalaya as a lift boy, he gave me some excellent advice. It happened thus. One of the perils of being a lift boy was that on a voyage to Australia, some old granny, missing her grandchildren, would decide to adopt you as in need of smothering. The best part of this was in the afternoon, after afternoon tea, when your doting mother hen would smuggle delicious tabnabs to you as they left the restaurant. In the corner of the lift was a tall, round smoker door cum garbage bin, and it fitted into a square corner of the lift, thus allowing a small hiding place in the gap between. This was the lift boy's stash of donated goodies. Unfortunately, the evil second steward was well aware of his concealment place of contraband, and on his frequent checks of the lift, always checked the only place that could possibly hide it. The trick was to zip up to the top stop stateroom deck and stop just short between floors and scoff the lot. Evidence you could go on your merry way. One evening, after second sitting dinner, a kindly old lady thrust a napkin in my hand and said, "I saved this for you, as you look so thin." Depositing everyone at their decks, I then zipped the empty lift to the safe zone between decks and examined my trophy. It was a white fish meat and smelled delicious. So I rapidly ate it and returned my lift to service. Later, coming off duty, I felt ill, and my return to the Bellboys Peak caused disturbance, as everyone said I was red and blotchy, with a swollen face, with a red rash, and I felt very sick. Alarmed, 2 boys helped me to the surgery, and the duty nurse examined me and then sent for the surgeon, Paddy Morrissey, who duly arrived to take charge. After some examination, he said, "I know what's wrong," and gave me an injection. "Do you know," he said by way of conversation, in his mildest manner, "that I get copies of all the menus on board, and you have a shellfish allergy? This is remarkable, as no shellfish is on the crew mess menu, nor, indeed, the tourist class menu. But lobster is on the first class dinner menu, and you are a first class lift boy who starts his lift run outside the first class restaurant." Then in a harsh voice he said, "So how did you manage to steal it?" Breaking down and weeping, I said, "Sir, an old lady gave it to me as she left the restaurant." "Well, let that be a lesson to you, as you have a bad shellfish allergy. Always remember this advice for the rest of your life. Always check the menu and never eat any form of shellfish." I always remembered his advice and never ate shellfish again. So thank you very much, Dr. Morrissey, for your excellent advice. Ta-ta for now, Oscar. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,